I think the biggest question in life that you need to ask yourself is how much you're willing to settle for. If you take a look at every single aspect of your life, whether it's your job, your relationships, your physical fitness, your health, your friends, your hobbies, if you take a look at every single one of those, it is a depiction of what you are willing to settle for, if you are settling at all. When I look at my life, I don't want to see settling in any place at all. I'm constantly expanding, I'm constantly growing, I'm constantly learning. And if you're on the same journey of continuous expansion, continuous growth, you're going to reach a point where life is going to keep giving you options and keep giving you choices that are this close to being exactly what you want, but just a little off. There's just a little bit that you'll have to settle for. And the more that you choose to go along with those choices, you're letting life know that you're okay with settling. But every single time an opportunity or a person or anything comes into your life and it's not exactly what you want, or it doesn't fit what you know you deserve, or if you feel like you're settling in any type of way, say no to it. Reject it. You don't have to accept anything. Only accept what you know is solely matching your highest self. And I know some people listening to this might be like, that's selfish, that's cocky, like I'm not trying to be so stuck up, I just want to be grateful for what I have. Yes, absolutely. But if you don't want to settle, you have to say no to certain things. It is all an energy, it is all a vibration. The universe gives you things based off of the frequency that you are vibrating on. And if you want options that don't involve any type of settling, you have to say no and reject things that are not on that frequency. If you are riding on this frequency and life is trying to send you something that's up here, but you keep accepting everything that's down here, you're not going to get up here. You're not going to get to that higher frequency, because every single time you say yes to something, you're letting the world know that's okay. I accept this. And everybody's journey of this, everybody's standards of this is so different. And that's okay. Like, that's exactly how it should be. But again, if you're on this journey of continuous growth, meaning you are going to continue to grow in every single aspect of your life, whether that is growing your mind, getting in better shape, continuously making more money, growing your business, just continuous growth, you can't settle. You can't settle for things. Especially things or people that don't add to your life. One aspect of my life that's recently being tested, or at least just one that I'm focusing on, is relationships. You know, me and boys have always had some type of relationship in my life. And it's usually been very chaotic or toxic and just like draining. Just so draining. And I've had beautiful relationships. Like, y'all know. If you've been following me from the start, you know I've had very beautiful relationships. But it's like it never. Well, let me stop here. I never was in the space to really have the beautiful relationship that I wanted from a man, because I wasn't even in that space with myself. So there was absolutely no way that I could have that relationship. But right now, I'm much closer, if not already there, in a lot of ways, in that space with myself. Just so much self-love and self-worth and honoring myself, and I know who I am, and I know what I want from this life, and I know exactly how to get it. I didn't know all these things just, I don't know, 6 months ago, 10 months ago, a year, 2 years ago. Didn't know. I knew a little bit of it, but I'm at this point now where it's like, I've gone through so much. I've learned so much. Being here in LA has taught me so much in every aspect of my life. And I'm just noticing, like, I went on a date this weekend, and this guy, he asked me for my number, and he asked to take me out. We actually ran a 5K, and we went, it was Diplo's 5K race. So we like ran a 5K, and then we raved after. That was my first rave, guys. And of course, I just absolutely love that it included a 5K first, because like, there's no better way for me to have my first rave experience than to run a 5K first. And I actually did really good. My whole goal for the 5K was to just not walk at all, not to stop at all. And I did exactly that. And I'm really proud. And then I got to rave after. But anyways, I went with somebody who invited me, and it was an older guy, like 30s, not too old. But I just the conversation and the specific framework of what he was saying. Like, of course, it was his own experience, but it was like, I've heard these words before. I've seen this before. I've heard this too many times. And literally in that moment, I was so detached from his words, from his feelings, from the whole situation, and I was just fully observing with so much love. It was ridiculous. I was observing with so much love. I'm like, dang. Old Maggie, literally, I'm thinking this like as he's talking. I'm like barely listening to him because honestly, I didn't want to hear it because he was just going on and on. But old Maggie would have fell for it. She would have been like, oh, you're so right. You're so right. And I'm not even going to get into the details because it doesn't matter. But in that moment, I was just like, wow, look at the growth. Let's recognize this moment of you're not falling for this manipulation anymore. And when I speak on manipulation, I mean somebody who just lacks so much self-awareness that they're not even aware that they are manipulating you. But when you also lack that awareness, you get manipulated easy. But I have so much self-awareness, and I've gained a lot more self-awareness when it comes to relationships and men and how to handle certain situations. I was able to fully detach and just like observe that. And I was like, wow, Maggie, that's amazing. But I literally sent him a message the next morning, and I was like, hey, thank you so much for this weekend. I truly appreciated it. You're not my cup of tea, but I wish you the best. And it was like everything in me. Like the next morning, I woke up early, I went on a hike, and I sat at the top of the mountain, and I read my book, and I was just thinking on life. And I was like, when I got to the top of the mountain, I had to just send him a message, and it was just so nice and so loving, but it was like instant. I recognized everything that I did not want, and I had to let that go. Like, I instantly had to let the world know, like, this ain't the one. This is not the one. And, you know, this is something that I've been talking about over the last couple months, just really honoring and respecting the standards and boundaries that I have been growing and building and setting for myself, because it's so important and it feels so good. And if I were to even entertain just like a friendship, it's not doing me any good. Like, it's like, he might love it. Of course, they're always gonna love it. My energy's fucking amazing. But I am not gaining anything from this experience. Like, it doesn't matter how many beautiful places you take me. It doesn't matter how many trips you want to take me on or how much money you spend on me. If your energy sucks, your energy sucks, and I don't want any of it. Like, I can spoil myself. And it's like, I don't need that. That's not a qualification. Your energy is entirely what qualifies you. Because truthfully, if you have good energy, you're just going to be exuding beauty and love and awareness. And it's so important to recognize that. And the way to recognize that is to first build that within yourself. You have to build that up within yourself to be so beautiful from within. And how you get there is by caring for yourself within, caring for your mind, caring for your body, just loving on yourself, self-care, journaling. And, you know, in that experience, like I could have said, when I was in that conversation, there were so many things running through my mind that I could say that would absolutely hurt his feelings, but could potentially open his eyes. But I was just like, that's not my responsibility. This is not my problem to handle. And the only thing I need to do to potentially give this person the lesson that he needs is to simply walk away. It's like nothing more needs to be said. Me exiting his life, even though I just appeared in it, is a big enough sign. There's no words that could speak louder than you simply walking away and just saying, bye, see you never. Like, that is the loudest thing that you can do, honestly. So it was like, in that moment, I was just like, I don't need to say anything. I just need to, because it's not about him at all. It's literally not about him at all. That's the thing. That is the thing. That's the reminder we need to have. It's not about the other person. He's a beautiful soul. And I told him that. I was like, you're great. Like, truly, thank you. Like, I did have a lot of fun. And I appreciated the experience so much. And I appreciate the confidence for asking for my number. Because a lot of guys don't have that confidence for me. And it's like, what am I going to do? But I really appreciated it. But it was like, I know that this isn't what I want. Not that it's not a good thing, or not that it couldn't be great for somebody else, but it's like, I know what I want and what I don't want, and I have to honor that. And by me entertaining any of this, it's not doing me any good. It's not doing me justice. It's not respecting myself. And I have to respect me, because if I don't respect me, nobody's going to respect me, and I want respect. Everybody wants respect. We all want to be respected. And so don't entertain things that diminish that self-respect. Don't entertain things that diminish the boundaries that you have been working and building on. Don't entertain anything that is not for your highest good. Because what are you building boundaries for if you're going to continue to break them? What are you working on yourself for if you're going to continue to disrespect her? What are you building these habits for if you're going to continue to break them for these distractions that aren't doing you any good? What are you doing any of that for? And that's something I've been having to ask myself. But it's like, I'm at a point now where I don't want to break them. I don't want to do that. I don't want to break any habits. I don't want to break any boundaries. Like, I'm sick of it. I'm so sick of it. And truthfully, this challenge, like I said, I'm an obsessive type of person, and I like to latch myself onto things. I have an attachment personality style. And one thing that I'm attaching myself to right now, I feel like, let's backtrack. Whenever you have this attachment personality and you get attached to things very easily, It is extra super duper important for you to have things that you can attach yourself to about yourself. You need to have habits and routines for you that you can attach yourself to. And I'm realizing now, in this moment, that what was causing my downfall for so long in so many ways is that I never built the habits to attach myself to. And so I continuously attached myself to external things and external people. Oh my God. And that is just a whole mix of disaster. Because you don't want to attach yourself to anything because it pushes them away. We all know this. If you attach yourself to something, it pushes it away unless it's coming from within. Unless it's coming from something that is really building you. It's a habit for you. I keep shaking my camera. Wow, I'm having so many profound... That's hilarious. But, so for so long, I didn't have any habits or practices that I could attach myself to that kept the distractions away and kept the longing for attention or love away. And so that caused me to really overextend myself and overgive on my energy. I was overgiving from a cup that was never full to begin with. That's a bar. But now I've fully attached myself to, one, this podcast. Fucking love it here. But two, I have been attaching myself to this challenge, this 75-day challenge. I love it. I've been doing so good with it. And it feels really good to have that in the back of my mind. Like I was saying in my last episode, just being extra intentional with who I'm hanging out with or what I'm doing, because I have a checklist that I need to do every single day. And I don't care who the fuck you are. You're not making me miss my checklist. Because I'm working on me. This is something that I'm doing for myself. The habits and the qualities that I'm going to receive and that I'm already building by doing this challenge could never match anything that any other person would try to give me. And that is the beauty of it. Nobody can build discipline for me. Nobody can build consistency for me. Nobody can build this energy for me. Only I can do that. And so it's like, who am I to jeopardize this challenge or to give my energy to away to someone or something that doesn't include a check so I can check off my list? I'm not doing that. And nobody deserves that from me. Absolutely nobody deserves that. I have a goal. And I am achieving that goal. And it is simple as that. Attachment is crazy. And it's a beautiful thing. And it's something... this is why it's so important to have self-control and self-awareness. Another conversation that I was having over the weekend. It was... I get so deep in conversation, just so to the root and the real and the rawness of everything so fast. So it's like, if you want to have a conversation with me, it should come with a warning. We're gonna do a lot of self-reflection because that's all I'm about. I simply cannot have a conversation without doing that now, Like, I will ask you so many questions that are going to be invasive in your mind. And somebody used that word. They said, thinking about those things feels very invasive. Of course. Of course. It's going to. And I love that. I love it so much. The grin on my face. If you don't do it, I will. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. But it's up to you to do it. It's going to feel so invasive. But wouldn't you rather invade your own space and invade these problems that are fucking up your life so you can start to create and build a better one? Otherwise, you're just going to keep getting invaded by all of these experiences and people that you really don't want around, but you don't know how to do anything about it because you haven't looked within. So invade yourself. Invade your mind. Let it feel invasive. Because do you know what is going to happen? You're going to start to work through them. You're going to start to clear out the nonsense. You're going to start to clear out the clutter in your mind and the thoughts and the patterns. And it's like, I'm reading this book, wherever it's over there, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. I'm obsessed with this book, truly. I haven't read a book so fast. I'm already almost done with it. I think I'm on like chapter 8. I've been reading it for a week. And honestly, like, I could read it faster, but there's no need for that. I'm not in a rush. It's really good. But I recommend everybody go get this book. Absolutely 100%. I think out of all the books that I've read, this is one that I can like highly recommend. Number 1, the top. And I still have so many books to read. But this one, absolutely go read it. The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. So good. In this book, it is talking about how, and it's just like, oh gosh, it's waking up my mind in so many ways. Because, you know, I do a lot of work on myself and my mind and my thoughts and really gaining control over my thoughts and understanding them and not judging them, and I'm just observing them. And in this book, it's saying you don't have the luxury to even think one single negative thought in your life. One negative thought is too much. And imagine, like, think about how many negative thoughts we all have on a daily basis that are repeated from all the days before. And you really don't even have the luxury for one. And you're thinking thousands every single day. And I don't know what it is, but like, I woke up this morning and I ride. You know, that's my daily ride. That's my transportation. I ride. I wake up, pouring rain. It's 4 a.m. I have to get to work. And it was like, as much as I wanted to be negative, I have been really working on this the last couple of days. There was not one single negative thought. It was like, Maggie, you're going to have a great fucking day. And you're going to love riding in that rain. And I was like, what the fuck? But just to notice that difference was insane. Because it's like, if you really start to train your mind, and something that I've been repeating to myself is, I only think positive thoughts. I only have the space for positive thoughts. And it's like, it sounds so cheesy. It sounds so stupid. But it's like, do you know what's stupid? Negativity. Self-doubt. Limiting yourself because you're not in control of your own mind. Your mind. It is yours. And that is the only thing in this life that you actually have control of. And you're not in control of it. That's crazy. And I'm saying this to myself and to everybody listening. Your mind is the only thing that you can control. So if you really want to fulfill all of your dreams and be the exact person that you want to be, gain control of your mind. And that starts by invading those thoughts. Going in, asking yourself questions, diving into your childhood, diving into your family history, looking at your parents, looking at their patterns, really observing where you picked up each and every habit and belief, literally every single one. It's going to take time, and it's going to be a lot. Hence the word invasive. It is very much going to feel invasive, but it's so important. It's so important. And, this is not where I thought the episode was going to go today, but I'm here for it because it's so important to understand why you are the way that you are and how to get to where you want to be. But you can't get to where you want to be until you understand and accept where you are right now. And then start to piece by piece break it apart and learn more and more. And then you continue to let go and you accept and you love and you have compassion for yourself and you give yourself grace because you're becoming a new version of you that you've never been before. And that's painful and it hurts and it's scary, but it's so fulfilling and it's exciting and it's extraordinary. Just like imagine a snake. We all know that snakes shed their skin. Do you think that's a painless process? Probably not. I mean, I'm not a snake, but I would assume they feel every tiny little scale that's coming off of their body. But they embody it. And they go through that process time and time again so they can have beautiful new shiny skin. Snakes are beautiful. And they just allow themselves to continuously shed the old versions, the old skins, so they can become anew. You need to do the same thing. You need to do the same thing for yourself. And I know this can be so overwhelming. Hearing all of this, you're probably listening to this like, fuck, Maggie. I know, I get it. I've been hearing this for so long, and you continuously tell me this all the time. I know, and I'm gonna keep doing it. But it's like, sometimes I just get excited, and, these thoughts just come out, and I just have to accept that. The most important thing on this entire journey, on learning all of this, on learning yourself, on growing, the most important thing that I can give you is to have compassion. Compassion is probably the most profound thing that you can give yourself and any other soul on this planet, because it's just so powerful and it allows you to detach. And if you really want to go explore the law of detachment and attachment, the law of detachment and attachment, I recommend. But it allows you to detach, and it allows you to step into your higher being with ease and give love to whatever it is you're feeling or to whatever it is you're experiencing. That is the most profound thing that you can do in this life. One of them. There's so many. But truly, one of the most profound things that you can do is have compassion. And if you don't understand what that means, go Google it. Go watch a video on compassion. I'm not going to really dive into it, but I think we all know what being compassionate means. Having grace, having love. Out of everything that I've said today, that is the most important thing. Even if you continuously fuck up, even if you keep breaking your boundaries, the most important thing that you can do for yourself, even in those times, is being compassionate towards yourself. That way, you're not beating yourself down, and it's easier to get back up and rebuild and do better moving forward. And I'm going to leave you guys with that today. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. It was full of so much love and life and energy, and I'm so grateful for that. And I'm grateful for the way that these words just flow out of my mouth, because it's such a beautiful thing to experience. And I love just getting into this flow state for you guys, because it's amazing and it's what life is about. And I'm just grateful that my journey of love and achievement and growth is able to give me knowledge and inspiration to want to share with you, and hopefully to inspire you to do the same for yourself. And I love you guys, and I thank you for coming back every single Thursday. And again, we're almost at episode 100, which is just so sick. And if you're really loving this, share it. Share it around the world. Help me inspire more people. But no, for real. I love you guys, and I hope you're having a great day, whatever day you're listening to this, and I'll see you next week.